Hello and welcome to the Spoon Harbor channel. Take a look at these incredibly soft and tender Polish blueberry buns. Today we're making Jagodzianki with cottage cheese, a delicate dough enriched with cottage cheese and a juicy berry filling. And yes, they taste every bit as wonderful as they look. And here's the best part. I picked this blueberry right from my own garden. And today I want to turn it into one of my favorite Polish treats, Jagodzianki. So let's take a look at what we'll need for the dough. Cottage cheese, 9%, 180 grams. Milk, 100 milliliters. Egg, 1. Butter, 80 grams. Sugar, 60 grams. Dry yeast, 7 grams. Salt, 3 grams. Vanilla, half a pod, optional. Flour, 280 grams, plus 50 grams for dusting. We start with the cottage cheese. Spoon it into a bowl and mash it well until smooth and even. To the cottage cheese, add the salt, the sugar, and the milk at room temperature. Then blend everything with an immersion blender until smooth, so no little curds are left in the finished dough. Add the melted butter and mix everything well. Add the egg at room temperature and stir until smooth and combined. If you like, add the seeds from half a vanilla pod. They give the dough a beautifully soft aroma. Add the dry yeast and give it a stir. Gradually add the sifted flour in a few stages. After the first part, stir the dough with a spatula, and once it thickens, start kneading by hand. Notice the consistency of the dough. It should be soft and fairly sticky, and that's exactly how we leave it. In this recipe, it's important not to crowd the dough with flour. I've tested this recipe twice, and 280 grams of flour is exactly the amount you need right here. Even if it feels like the dough sticks to your hands too much, do not add a single extra gram of flour. Trust me, this soft, sticky dough is exactly what bakes up incredibly fluffy, airy, and tender. If you enjoy these cozy, homemade recipes, subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more delicious baking on the way. Meanwhile, move the dough into a clean bowl lightly dusted with flour. Cover it with plastic wrap so the surface doesn't dry out and it can rise properly, and leave it for about an hour and a half. I place it in the electric oven at 25 degrees Celsius, set to top heat only. The clear glass bowl is especially handy here. You can see exactly how the dough rises and fills with air bubbles. While the dough rises, let's make the filling. Fresh or frozen blueberries, do not thaw, 250 to 300 grams. Sugar, 35 grams. Cornstarch, 1 tablespoon. And lemon zest from 1 lemon. Add the berries to a bowl. I use pre-washed, well-dried berries. Add the lemon zest, the starch, and the sugar, and mix everything together well. Look how well the dough has risen. It's doubled or tripled in size, packed with air bubbles. Can you hear them popping? Transfer the dough onto a lightly floured surface. After the rest, there's no need for a long knead. Just press it gently and shape it, keeping the dough nice and airy. And use just a touch of flour, only a little, just enough to make it comfortable to work with. Look how soft and airy it is. Weigh all the dough, then divide it into equal parts. That way, all the buns come out the same size and look neat. I got about 680 grams in total. Divide it into 10 equal pieces, about 68 to 70 grams each. First, gather each piece of dough in your hands. Turn the edges toward the center and pinch them so you get a soft ball. Then set it on the board and roll it in a circular motion under your palm. This smooths the surface and makes the ball round and even. Now roll each ball into a round about 4 inches wide. In the center of each round, place about 30 to 35 grams of the prepared berries. Then gently gather the dough around the filling and pinch the edges well. While I form one bun, the rest sit briefly on a floured board. If you're slower, it's better to cover them with wrap or a towel so the dough doesn't dry out. Pinch the edges well so the filling doesn't leak while baking. Then roll the pinched edge inward to form a neat seam. Set the buns on a baking sheet, seam side down. Once all the buns are formed and arranged, cover them with plastic wrap for a second rise. I place the tray in the oven at 25 degrees Celsius, top heat only, and leave the buns for 30 to 35 minutes to puff up nicely. Just don't overdo the rising time. If the dough rises too long, the buns can lose their shape and spread. Stick around to the end of the video. I'll show you what I cover the finished buns with. It's a very delicate glaze with a completely unexpected twist. Trust me, you'll want to try it. Look how nicely our buns have risen. Before baking, make a simple wash. To a yolk, add half a teaspoon of sugar and stir it together. Brush every bun with this. After baking, they come out pretty, golden, and glossy. Set the buns in a preheated oven at 355 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 180 degrees Celsius, and bake for 18 to 22 minutes until lovely and golden. Look how wonderfully they rise in the oven and turn golden brown. Take the golden buns out of the oven and gently separate them from each other. Transfer them to a plate and let them cool for just a moment. Now, the interesting glaze I promised you. Here's what you'll need. 100 milliliters of Greek yogurt and 100 grams of soft mascarpone, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice and the zest of 1 lemon, 40 grams of powdered sugar. Combine all of it and stir until you have a smooth, silky glaze. The glaze is ready. For decoration, I've got some fresh blueberries. I sliced the large berries in half. Now set the buns on a serving plate and top them generously with the glaze. And it's the lemon, both the juice and the zest, that gives this glaze a bright, slightly tangy edge. Now for the final touch. We finish them off with more fresh berries on top. Look at them on the inside. Creamy, tender dough, plenty of juicy berry filling, and that super smooth glaze on top. Thanks for watching to the end and baking with me today. If you love cozy home-baked treats, give this a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care!